Today we're going to work on creating a flea map for our writing prompt for overcoming adversity. So the first thing we need to do is draw two black boxes in the upper right and the upper left corners. Under that, we need to draw three boxes across the bottom. The first one is going to be blue. The second is going to be green. And the third is going to be red. Now, once those are drawn, we're going to go back to each of the colored boxes and we're going to add some lines. So under each box, we're going to draw three lines. And above each box, we're going to draw a small line in the same color. And the last one is red. Okay, now we've drawn this flea map before, but what I want you to do now is we're going to add some different text than we normally. Because this is a problem solution paper, instead of just an analysis paper or an informational paper, we're going to do it a little bit differently than we normally do. So in this first black box where our introduction is, we're going to add hook and thesis. These are the two things that you need to make sure that you are doing in your intro, is some sort of a hook and a thesis statement. The next thing we're going to do is above each box on the small line, we're going to put the word transition. This is where your transition words will go, and we'll talk about that on a later video. Next, we're going to label each of the boxes. Now, where we normally do evidence 1, evidence 2, evidence 3, we're going to do it a little bit differently this time. So this time we're going to have problem, solution, counterargument. Now you can see where they fit into those boxes. What we're going to do next is label underneath each of the boxes what we need. So for the problem, we need to have what the problem is, who the problem is affecting, and why it is a problem. Now, when you're actually filling in your flea map, you will answer those questions on those lines instead of actually putting what, who, and why, those words. You will actually answer those questions to help form your argument. Under the green box, we need a solution and then the steps for our solution. Now, under this box, you may need more than 3 lines. Right now, we're going to keep 3 lines. If you need to add more because you have more steps, then you're welcome to do so. Remember, when you're coming up with a solution, that you just need one solution, not multiple solutions, just one thing that we can do to fix the problem, and then come up with steps to create that solution. So if you are talking about doing building homes for the homeless, how are we going to do that? Give me the step-by-step process. We need to buy materials, we need to find money to buy materials, we need to find people who are actually going to build, where are we going to build, and so on. Okay? Under the red box, we need our counterargument. Now, we haven't done this yet, so we're going to talk about it more in depth in a little while, but I want you to write, some people say, and then on the next line you're going to write, however, comma. Now, this red box has the same problem as the green, where we don't need to use all 3 lines at this point. However, you will probably need to use more than 1 line per sentence for each of those things. So some people say, we'll need probably more than one line, and however, we'll probably need more than one line. Now the last part we need to do is this black box, and I made it a little bit small, so I'm going to try to squeeze all of these in there. But we need to put conclusion, restate the thesis, and a call to action. Okay, you can see that I redrew my box a little bit because my words were not going to fit. So in the conclusion, we need three things. We need a wrapping up, so some sort of a conclusion, a restatement of the thesis, and we need a call to action. We have not talked about a call to action before, so we will do that very shortly. Okay, I think that's it. That's all we need. So your flea map is done, and we're ready to fill in the pieces.